Hey there guys, how you doing? It's your buddy Drew here, and this is my day number 6 video for Clik Delivery. Let's get into my account here. As you guys notice, I'm upstairs and I've got a horrible cough again from being in the basement. All those videos I made before, you notice I was in my basement, guys. And I got sick being in my basement, so I'm upstairs now, and my wife's out, so I'm like, okay, I'm going to make a video right now. My little guy's sleeping upstairs. But look at this, guys. I'm just crushing it here, crushing it. I'm almost $1,000 ahead of the second person here. I don't know this person, Pro Success. I don't recognize that username and in any of the other systems I'm in. So maybe this is someone new. I'd like to meet that person there, because they're doing really good. They just came in and like crushed it right away. It's pretty awesome. I just noticed one day I logged into my account and someone had made $1,900, and I was like, whoa. That's pretty crazy. So they must work from a list, build a list. So I'm going to log into my account here, guys, and we're going to do this. We're going to get going, and I'll show you guys what's going on. I've got a ton of shares now, like a ton of freaking shares, and we're going to do $1,000 withdrawal in this video here, so I can show you the $1,000 withdrawal there. Okay, and I'm doing about $400 referral commission now per day on average that I see. So that's pretty awesome if you think about it. Just within 1 week, doing $400 referral commission per day now is pretty. That's exciting, guys. I remember when I first started, I'd like dream about doing stuff like that. Like I dream about making $100 a day online. And you might be in that situation right now, guys. Like, it's totally possible to just change everything in your life through, online marketing, making money online. And the key to it, guys, is just to do something every single day. Like, do something with your face on it. So your marketing is you, and it's not somebody else. Because that's the biggest problem I see with making money online, is that people end up promoting other people thinking they're going to get results. Like, they'll use some leader's video to show, to sell a product or whatever, kind of like that, but they'll build a landing page. And they think kind of that's enough, but it's not, guys. You need to be like the face of your marketing, and it's key. People need to know who they're buying from, right? And especially what you want to do is I always say this, is you want to tap into the traffic where, basically they already know the product that you're selling, and they're looking to buy that product, okay? So you want to tap into that kind of traffic, which is like, any kind of SEO search traffic, like blogs, YouTube video, things like even like some stuff on Facebook, like where they actually go and type in the product's name. You can create Facebook groups about products, stuff like that. Like Instagram pages, guys. There's so many ways of getting traffic. But anyways, let's get to it. I like to talk about things like that because I know you guys are interested in traffic and all that stuff. Because that's what I thought of a ton when I first started online, was traffic. How do you get the traffic? Because that's what it's all about. So look at this, guys. 237 referrals here. I'm not really pushing this thing for referrals anymore. I'm just kind of, if people message me, then I'll send them my link and stuff. But I'm not really doing, if you look on my Facebook page, I'm not really doing any, promotion for it anymore or anything like that, because, like, I'm just killing it on the leaderboard here. So I figured I might slow down and it sounds stupid, guys, but just kind of let other people, get signups and stuff. Like lately, what I've been doing is I'll make a post on my page with my results on it, and then I won't put anything about contacting me or anything. And what happens is people basically, what they can do is piggyback off my posts. So it's results, right? Like people are like, oh my god, that person made $3,000 in a couple days, and they'll go and they'll comment like, what offer is this, or that's amazing, can you tell me more about the offer? And then what I notice is, if I do that, I don't mind people doing this, my friends list, which have most likely bought from me, right? Like my Facebook following or whatever, they'll go and they'll say, hey, I sent you a PM or something like that. And I tell them, that's totally cool if you want to do that. Because I know, guys, how hard it is at the start to go and just, start to get traffic and start to get referrals. And when it comes down to it, it's like you saw me here live sponsor, in 2 weeks, sponsor 240 people basically, with just a couple videos on YouTube, right? So when it comes down to it, really, it's like what I want to do in my marketing right now, and this is being totally transparent, is like just help people out, really. Like, how do you get started in this stuff, and how do you get going to make those bucks and all that stuff. So if you guys look here, I bought myself some more shares yesterday. I got 295 shares now. I started this thing on day one. I had 200 shares, so I've gotten pretty far ahead. 95 shares, because these are $20 shares and $40 shares now. So I've got an extra couple $1,000s in the system. The system's making me roughly about 150 to 170 a day, just my earnings. But really, it's the referral commission, guys, that is just kicking in. Like you can see here today, I did $400 referral commission, and it's like, it's 5:30 in the afternoon. Like I got the rest of the day to go. So, guys, it's just, it's hard for me to just sit here and say this, but if you can sponsor, it's like limitless, basically, what you can do online, because you can max out offers so fast that like every 2 months or 3 months, you can start promoting a new offer and feel confident about it, because you've went and you've achieved your goal, or you've maxed out the last offer you were in. Okay, so that's the problem with most marketers out there that I see that are new, is they never really be successful in one thing or anything, because they're promoting like 10 things at once, because they kind of think like that's what they need to do to make money, is have multiple income streams, which is smart. But in the same road, like you want to be successful in at least one thing. There's no point you putting 10% effort into this, 10% into this, 10% into this, 10% into this, in 10 different offers. Like put 100% into one offer, build it till you're happy with what you got. If you want to make $150 a day, I've basically done that right now, and it's only been 6 days. Then you can do it. It might take you a couple of months, but if you put 100% into one thing and build it, and the key to this is to find things that are stable, guys. Like don't go out there and promote hippie hypey sites, stuff with just super high crazy return. Like you put $300 into it and you make $3,000 in 30 days. Like, because think about it, it's like if you put $300 into something and the return is so high that they're saying they're going to give you back this huge amount of money in 30 days or whatever, or some rev shares that are like 30% earnings per day and stuff. It's like, really, how long is that stuff going to last? So you build an income stream, but is it an income stream? It's not, because it's not going to last. You might make a couple $100 or get your seed money back out of it, but what's the point when you could withdraw for years if you pick the right systems, right? Okay, so when it comes down to it, sometimes in the end, it's not about what pays out the most or what pays out the fastest, or what's popular. Okay, guys, that's a big problem I see too that new marketers make, is they just go for what is popular. Okay, but normally what is popular is what's too easy. It's too attractive, and what's too attractive is it doesn't make sense and it doesn't work, because it either pays out too fast, or it's it's set up for failure, basically. Okay, so when you find systems like Clik Delivery, like my paying ads, like my advertising pays, traffic monsoons, another good one, stuff like that, it's got track record, right? It has a good admin behind it. All those kind of systems, sometimes it's better just to put money into those and build those kind of systems. They build slower and stuff, guys, but they're going to be around, and then you can build yourself a marketing portfolio, okay, of different offers and all that stuff. Like if you look at the top of my page here, I've got it's a marketing portfolio. It's all my MLMs and my rev shares and stuff like that. There's like 8 of them there, right? So that's what I build, and I cash out every single day from all these offers up here, guys, and some of them are big, some of them are thousands of dollars, right? So that's really what you have to do, is just use strategy in your marketing and build income streams that will last. Okay, so I don't know why I was talking about that today. I think it was just something popped in my head, and I thought, this is a good thing to talk about in this video. So let's get going here. Let's do a withdrawal. But first, what I want to do is put my referral commission balance into my earnings balance down here. Okay, and what I'm going to try and do in this system is do withdrawals from $600 to $1,000 per day. So that's my goal right now in this system, is for this month to hit that, to hit almost $1,000 a day of withdrawals, because that's the max withdrawal. And if I'm compounding outside the system, using my strategy that I kind of created, and I noticed there's a lot of leaders out there, guys, in this company now that they're doing that. And I don't even think they heard it from me. They just kind of thought, okay, well, if I compound outside the system, I can grow my account to whatever I want. It's not fixed at I can only withdraw 5 times what I put into this thing from day one. Now it's I can withdraw 5 times whatever I put into it anytime I put anything into it, which is really, really cool. So if I'm doing $1,000 a day withdrawals eventually and putting it back into the system, guys, that's $5,000 a day that I'm compounding to, kind of thing. Okay, so what this means is you don't do that forever, right? So when I get my account to a place where it's like, I've got, I don't know, maybe $300,000 or $100,000 of seed money, then what I can do is just start simply compounding inside the system, and the $1,000 a day that I'd withdraw, I would just keep that money, right? And I'd compound inside the system, and then maybe every third day, I would go and I'd send $1,000 back into the system, okay? So I would withdraw maybe, I don't know, $5,500 a week. That's a little, a good income stream for myself, is to make $5,500 a week, from a one income stream there. And I could take, the 7K withdrawal, that's what I'd be withdrawing. And then I could take 2K of that, put it back into the system, and that'll create another $10,000 that I can withdraw. Okay, so, guys, you might not understand that right now, but if you simply just, kind of follow me in these videos, I'm just going to be doing exactly kind of the plan and the strategy to take this thing to the $1,000 a day withdrawals with only, I only started with $1,000, right? So to withdraw $1,000 out of a system is pretty cool, if you ask me, okay? So let's get going here. Withdraw what you put into it. A lot of people don't like that, but if you can do it, why not do it, So I'm going to shoot up here, and we're going to go to the finance. I'm going to go to balance transfer, and we're going to put our referral commission. Oh, what did it log me out? Oh, I was talking for too long, and it thought I should be logged out of the site. Sometimes that happens when I make videos. I get talking, and it logs me out of the site because I don't change pages too much. So I'm in my account. Okay, so I'm going to go to finance here. I'm going to go balance transfer, and we're going to get to that page. There we go. We're going to shoot down here, and we'll transfer some balances around, okay? So this is my referral commission. I'm going to put my referral commission in my earnings balance. Okay, so the Payza commission to earning, and the Payza is 251, so I'm going to go 200. I can do 200 at a time. And there we go. Transfer that balance, and that's transferring over. Okay, and then I'm going to grab the rest of that Payza money, which, I got to do this again, right? You got to do this every time. You do that. Yes, I'm eating in my video, guys. When I make these videos, I figured this out a long time ago. You actually connect better with, you connect better with people. Like right now I'm eating with my mouth full, but that's who I am, right? So I would connect better with people just being myself, I'm going to connect with people that are maybe similar to me or something like that. And that's what you want, guys. Like, be yourself. Don't, like you always see these marketers out there, and I'm not saying like, if you are this type of person, then that's who you should be. But you see these marketers out there, and they, they're shooting a video a day or whatever because they figured out, well, that's how you get traffic. And what they end up doing, internet's slow again, is, they kind of pretend, crap, fucking site, man. This happens all the time, guys, with this site, because we're going through, it's a launch, right? So this happens all the time, is that I'll be working away my account, and the site will just crash. So I'm going to try and, is it going back now? No. Anyways, I'm going to try and get back in there, guys, and see if I can get back in there. They might have just started doing another update or whatever. And this is, this is the problem with launches, is you always go through this kind of stuff for like at least the first week or two, guys. It's like you log in and you're trying to do stuff, and then half the time it just, the site crashes or whatever because they're updating servers, or they're putting some new web page into the site or whatever kind of thing. So really, when it comes down to it, guys, you just got to be patient, right, when you're going through this kind of stuff. So I'm in my account. I'm going to go to a balance transfer, and we'll just finish this off. And what was I talking about? I was talking about being yourself as a marketer, guys. Like it's one of the most biggest strategies out there is just to be yourself. Because you'll connect with people that are like-minded like yourself, right? And as I was saying, like the worst thing that new marketers, I see them do when they get a bit of confidence online and stuff, but they kind of take it too far and they pretend to be someone else, right? Like you can just see right through them. They're not being transparent about who they are. They might be wearing a tie in their video, and they might be sweating buckets while they're talking and stuff, and not really being themselves. So one of the best things you can do is just, guys, like honestly, when you're doing a video, when you're getting your traffic and stuff like that through video or whatever kind of thing, just kind of treat your webcam, your computer, like it's your friend, and you're sitting across the table from your friend here, and you're talking to your webcam. Just treat it like that, because that's how you come across to people, as being transparent. And I might not even get through this video today, guys. If you notice, it looks like they're doing some kind of updates in the site, but at least you got to see my account there for day number 6. And I'm going to basically what I'll be doing today, guys, is I'll just be withdrawing that $1,000 today out of my earnings balance, and I'll be buying shares. And the withdrawals take normally about 2 hours. So when you make a withdrawal, it hits your payment processor within like 2 hours. So I'll log back in my account maybe 2 hours into my payment processor or whatever, and I'll just send that money back to the system. Okay, and that's how we'll do it. Okay, so that 50 went through, and then the Solid Trust Pay, so it was $48, and then this Payeer, some people are using this. That's pretty cool. Is $97. It's pretty neat. It's not a very popular one. Okay, and then we'll just get that other balance there. We'll put it over. But guys, the admin of this site is just awesome. Like, he's a personal friend of mine. We work together in MPA. I think we work together in some other offer too. And he's just like a phenomenal marketer. He's a real serious guy. Like, if you go to their Facebook group, guys, this Clik Delivery Facebook group, you'll see he's just like, I've never seen an admin like that. Like, he's in there, he acts like kind of like this. Like, Facebook groups, they have different admins. Like, they're not, they don't own the system or whatever. They just kind of work the Facebook groups, those kind of admins. He's like that. Like, he's in there like answering people's questions and stuff. He just doesn't go in there and make the pinned posts. He actually goes in there and like, he's like a real worker. Like, it's weird. You never see that, right? So 97 in the Payeer one, and 97. Okay. Oops. Transfer that. Okay. And it didn't go there yet. It's still working. The other thing too, guys, is my internet is like extremely slow. Like, it's just crazy how slow my internet is some days. I don't know why. We live in like a subdivision, and there's a lot of people around and stuff like that, but it's just extremely slow, especially in the afternoon. It's crazy. Okay, so I'm going to withdraw that, and then I'm going to put it back into my account, into my cash balance, and I'll buy shares with it. So that means I'm compounding outside the system. And I'll actually record that, guys. So I'll start this recording again in 2 hours, so you guys can see the full, the full deal of what I'm doing here. Okay, so here we are on the withdrawal page. We're going to do 1,000 from cash balance, Payza cash balance. And you can see you can withdraw your referral commission too. So if you want to just maybe, I don't know, maybe you want to build with your earnings and you want to withdraw your referral commission, if you want to do it that way, you can do that as well. But what I'd recommend is just do 100% until you're like, you got 100,000 in seed money or whatever. And then okay, yeah, I can withdraw 100,000 out of this system. Okay, so there you go there. I'm going to submit that. That's going to go to my Payza account. I put in my password here. Okay. Submit that. And withdrawal request sent successfully. So there you go. So now the systems team is going to put that withdrawal request through. Okay. So guys, I'll be back and we'll finish this video off, guys. I want to take you like step by step through how I'm doing this, compounding outside the system. It's really easy to understand if you see me doing it. I have people questioning me and asking me all day long, Drew, like, what do you mean by compounding outside the system? That's exactly what it is. You're just, working the rev share like you normally would work any other rev share that you're compounding inside the system to build your account. But this one here, guys, and I truly believe most of the new rev shares that are like serious rev shares that will be around for years, they're going to go with this where you can only withdraw 5 times your seed money. So what it does basically is it forces people to put in new funds all the time. Okay. But what we've done here, and we're not, this does not ruin the system by withdrawing and then putting your money back in, because what it's doing is it's actually charging fees. When I withdraw my money and then I put it back in, it charges me a fee as well. So that helps the system. But on top of that, it's constant new funds going into the system. Okay. Think about this. If I was to go and say this was a normal typical rev share where it's not, I can withdraw 5 times my seed money or 3 times my seed money. I think ultimate rev share is 3 times your seed money. This one's 5 times. So, if I was compounding like a normal typical system, like say my paying ads or, traffic monsoon or something like that, and I'm just compounding inside the system, I'm not putting money outside the system and then bringing it back in. What it's doing is it's not driving any fresh funds in your account. Okay, so for instance, people like myself or people that can sponsor, even if you sponsor 100 people over a year or whatever, what ends up happening is, say for instance, I put $1,000 into the system and then I reach a point where I'm withdrawing basically that per day in the system just because I've compounded my shares. Okay, so if you think about it this way, if I was to go and say I'm a top recruiter, top sponsor, and I'm going to sponsor, 500 people, paid members into the system over the year, and I only put $1,000 into the system, but then I'm withdrawing $1,000 a day, it cripples the system basically, right? If you've got, say, 20 people in the system that are doing that, they've only put 1,000 in, but they're withdrawing 1,000 per day, because most members in a system, guys, what ends up happening in rev shares is they'll go and they'll start with, say, 250 or whatever. They'll put that in there, and they don't know how to sponsor. They don't really understand how to build their accounts. And what they end up doing, this is what the majority of people do, and it's kind of silly when I think about it, is they don't take advantage of what a rev share is, of compounding. Compounding is like one of the world freaking wonders, if you ask me. It should be one of the world wonders, right? Compounding earnings, and you can compound in a bank, but like basically a rev share is like supercharging that kind of thing. Okay, so what the average person, most people would do is they wouldn't really concentrate on compounding. They would put money in, and they know that if they put in, say, $200, they're going to make $350 or $400 because they're getting, every whatever dollar they put in or $5 they put in, they're getting 130% return or 120% return, stuff like that. So that's what they concentrate on. They don't actually concentrate on compounding in the system, and they just withdraw that money. Okay, so that really doesn't hurt the system, because if you think about it, they're putting in, $100, $200, $300, and they're only pulling out, a couple $100 more than what they put in, kind of thing. Okay, so guys, really, in a way, this solves the problem of not having enough funds in a system, if you think about it. Okay, if you think about it, even if I'm withdrawing $1,000 a day of the system and I only started with $1,000 a day, if I'm compounding outside the system and for the first month I put in, say, $30,000 into the system, okay? Think of that, right? I put 30K into the system, where in most systems, if I'm not compounding outside the site, I'd only put in $1,000, okay? So there's a complete difference here if you think about it that way. And that's really, if I was to own my own rev share, that's what it'd be, guys. It'd be the members have to compound outside the system. Yeah, you can go and you can withdraw, you know, the seed money you put in there, but if you want to make more money, you just compound outside the system to make it work. And I would make it crystal clear that this is how you work this rev share. This is how you work it, okay? Because what it ends up happening here, if that works out, like you know, if all the members would do that and stuff, is there'd constantly be fresh funds going in, constantly, guys. Like, think about it. You know, even the members that are, say, for instance, they hit that $1,000 a day withdrawal and they're only putting into the system $2,000 a week, but they're withdrawing $7,000 a week. But $2,000 of that is going back into the system so they can keep their account at $1,000 a day withdrawal without losing anything, because they're constantly putting in $2,000 a week of seed money, which turns into $10,000 of withdrawal kind of thing. Okay, so you know, even if there's people like that in the system that achieve that level, there's, you know, tens of thousands, if not, you know, hundreds of thousands in some systems that would be doing the same thing but on a lower scale, okay, with constant new funds going into the system. So the system would be extremely rich, guys. Like, think about it. Every day it's like you're a new member because you're putting money into the system, okay? So what it means is, in the end, if you just get a handful of people that can sponsor, and you know, and then you have a bunch of average people in the system that can sponsor, it would have so many funds flushing through that system that are new. I can't see it not working. Like, honestly, I can't think of anything that this would not work. So that's really what I want to kind of, with my team, I want to create that kind of atmosphere in this revenue share, because I feel, guys, I truly feel this is the future of revenue sharing. Is you put money in, you can only withdraw 3 times that or 5 times that, and some crazy ones will be like, you know, 30 or 20 times as much as you put in, and those would, you know, those would be the ones that maybe last a year or 6 months or something like that. And the ones that stick around are the ones that are not, it's not extreme, right? But if you think about it this way, if it's working like that, then they can actually pay out a percentage per day that is, you know, it's not super low. Because if you look around, the rev shares that are working, and they're open for years and years and years, and people build incomes in them, they build residuals in them, they're extremely low. Like, they're, you know, the highest ones would be 1%, you know, or 1.5%, stuff like that. Most of them are like 0.50, 0.60%, because they have to pay out that low to be stable with the amount of members that are in the system. So this kind of system here, guys, where the share is higher, you earn more. Like, for instance, right now I've got, like, I think I have about $3,000 to $4,000 in the system, and my account is making in the share earnings roughly about 150 to 160 or 70 a day. If you look, okay, so you can only withdraw 1,000. So there's the proof right there, guys, because I withdraw the 1,000 from there. Okay, so remember, it was over 1,000. I put all the my commissions in there, so now I have 727. So I'll probably have another $1,000 in here tomorrow, probably $1,300 or $1,400. So I can most likely, I could probably almost do the $1,000 a day withdrawal from now, which would that'd be pretty cool, eh? And I'm putting 1,000 back into the system every day. It's pretty awesome. So let's go here. I'm gonna go just go into my Payza account and see if that 1,000's in there. Hey there, guys, I'm back here, and I've decided to make my video a little bit later, the rest of this video, so you can see the earnings in my account and stuff like that. Basically, right now we're kind of, I think we're about 9 or 10 hours later than when I started shooting this video. So you can see here, I've earned basically another $50 in my account. which is pretty cool. As I was saying at the start of the video, it makes roughly 150, 170 a day now that I'm noticing here. Okay, so look down here, it's a little more referral commission, stuff like that. Not that much, but a little bit more. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that money that I just withdrawed out of the system, and I'm going to put it back into the system. So I'm compounding outside the system. Okay, so here's the proof here. This thing pays out extremely fast, guys. Okay. So 9 hours ago was when I got this payment here. You can see there, Clik Delivery, $980, and it hit my account 9 hours ago. And here's the proof of the time. If you go back and you watch the video, the start of this video, guys, I show you the actual time, and this is the time here. So it's 3:18 in the morning. Yeah, working pretty hard, guys. 3:18 in the morning. It's a long day. So anyways, here we go here. Let's sorry, I gotta go back here actually. Let's go and buy those shares. Okay, so I'm gonna go to add funds, and I'm gonna put those funds back into the system. So it's super simple, guys. Like, it's not rocket scientist. So there you go there, and I'm gonna go I can do 500 at a time because I'm in Canada. So I'm going to do 500, and then I'm going to do, I think, 415 or something like that, and that'll be the 4% fees. So once again, guys, why I'm using Payza in this example is because Payza is going to charge me the most amount of fees. So then what it's going to do is it'll give you the worst case scenario. There's other payment processors like, I think every single one of these is cheaper. Like if you look here, the Perfect Money is 0%, so it's not going to charge you any fees. This one's 2%. And Solid Trust pays 3%, and then Payza is 4%. Okay, but as I'm seeing right now, like if you think about it, 6 days ago my account was making $65 a day. Now it's making like $150 a day. So I don't know. You guys do the math, right? It works pretty good if you ask me. So there you go there. But you have to remember, a lot of this money that I'm making is referral commission, right? So you got to keep that in mind. Don't think like, oh, I'm going to have the exact same results as Drew, starting from $1,000. Because I've done almost $3,300 referral commission in the last week. Okay, so I'm gonna get through here and do this. Get in here. There's that $500, and go go through the process. There you go. Okay. And then I'm just going to click here and go back to the site. I noticed one day I did this and that they're doing maintenance on the site. So when I logged back into my account, the payment wasn't there, but then the next day it was there. So, if you are doing this kind of stuff, guys, and then you notice they do maintenance when you're doing your transfer, but you're on the Payza site there, don't worry, it'll hit your account. If it goes out of Payza, like Payza is sending it, right? So it knows where to go, but it took an extra, I think about 12 or 13 hours for them to go and put it in my account because they were doing updates, right? So here we go here. So let's go buy some shares. Okay, so it's been successful. Man, this cold just keeps getting worse and worse. Okay, I'm going to go and... So with the 4% fees, this is what I'm saying. This is why I'm doing a 500 and a 415. Which would make $915. Okay, but I actually have $980 in my account. But after all the fees, it's gonna work out to about that much, I think, if I'm doing this right. Okay, and then I go back to the site, and then now I would buy shares. So I'm gonna go back to my overview, and then I go purchase my ad pack, and I'm gonna use this $920 that I have here. Actually, I could do another probably $20, but anyways, we'll just leave that in my Payza and we can do that the next time. So I'm gonna buy my share and go down here. I'm gonna do maybe I'll do the $20 ones, and I'll just, because I'm maxing this thing out pretty fast. So I've got 920. So how many times does that go into 920? So 20 times 40 is 800. 20 times 45, 920. So 46. Yeah, so 46. So I'm going to buy 46 shares. 46 46. Actually, this might be more than the 100 shares that I can have of the $20 shares. But anyways, we'll see if it goes through. Because I might have, yeah, so that worked. Okay, cool. All right, so I should have 0 in my cash balance now because I just bought those shares. So you guys can see there exactly what I'm doing. Like, you know, it's pretty simple, right? I'm just compounding outside the site. So now you can see there I've got 341 shares in the system. So I've probably got, you know, my account's probably one of the biggest accounts in the system now because this thing's only 6 days old, and I've got about, you know, probably about $5,500 in the system right now working for me. So tomorrow, I should be over that $200, guys, I think, in the system, or around $200 a day in my share earnings. So I'll probably know tomorrow. Maybe I'll do a screenshot of this and I'll look back and see if it's earning me about $200. So that's that. It's good. That's golden. And maybe what I'll do now is I'll just I'll transfer these funds, this Payza funds here, into my Payza processor there. So then it'd be about $800 in there, and I should have another 1,000 by the time I do my withdrawal tomorrow. Or actually, you know what? I could do a withdrawal now because it's the next day. Maybe I'll just do that. I'll do an $800 withdrawal right now. So you guys can see this thing is a money maker, you know? It's gonna be good. 24. So $24. I'm gonna agree to that. Boom. So I've probably got right now inside the system, I probably have a about $30,000 that I could withdraw if you know, for instance, right now, if I only wanted to make, say, $30,000 with this system this year, then what I could do, well, not even this year, right? Like till I withdraw that, what I could do is just compound inside the system now to withdraw that $30,000 because I have about, you know, probably around $6,000 of seed money in the system. When it comes down to it, I really want to just do life-changing things. So I'm going to keep on building, keep on going ahead. So actually, you know what? I'm just going to let this thing build up to $1,000 because it's kind of pointless for me to withdraw that 800 if I can do 1,000, right? Okay, so that's it from me. I'll go back to my overview here, and this video should be a really crystal clear idea, guys, of what I'm doing. You know, I love looking at this stuff. It's like it turns into a game, you know, not just being number one, but like how much more can you do per day? It's kind of neat when you guys, when you learn to sponsor, it's kind of neat. So there I am there, guys. You know, things are going pretty good. There's another $800 down my Payza. So yeah, tomorrow will be another $1,000 day withdrawal. And, you know, things are going good here. Go win good. 341 shares. I'm going to actually maybe take some time now and figure out exactly how much that is that I have in the system in seed money. And then I'll let you guys know in my tomorrow's video. So that's it. My name's Drew. Hope you enjoyed this video. This was day numero 6 for me inside the system here. And oh, look, I got another referral over since I started making the video there. So one more person, which is neat. So that's it. And this video will probably get me some more referrals, guys. So just, you know, put content online, and that's the key to this thing. And really what you want to do is you want to focus on leading them to like your Facebook, like a social hub. So when they go and they land, here, I'll go to my Facebook account here. I'll show you guys. So when they land on your Facebook, they see like positivity. You know, they see you're helping other people out. You know, people are posting on your wall all the time that, you know, you're helping them out and stuff like that. Like that's basically the goal that you want to get to is super positivity in your marketing. And that's why I don't, like, guys, what I could do is I could just build a sales funnel for this thing, like a sales page kind of thing, and collect an email address and then kind of rely on converting them through email. But I just found about 2 years ago I started doing this using my Facebook account to convert leads to sales. And I just found it was so much easier when they could go land on my Facebook page, shoot me a friend request, and, you know, most of them, what they end up doing is they end up messaging me, asking me questions. So what I noticed was it was more of like a human kind of conversation than just, you sending out a bunch of emails and hoping for the best kind of thing. And it's guys, this is my main focus of my business right now, because it's Facebook's not going anywhere, right? So it's an awesome hub to use to connect with your leads and your basically, if you want to convert people. I think it's so easy to do that through Facebook, because they can see your life. They can see, like they can come here and they can see I'm an actual person. I got a kid. I've got my wife, some pictures of me, my wife and my son on here, stuff like that. They can see that, people are interacting with me. Like this one's got 356 likes on it, 65 comments, or actually 71 comments, because there's 6 more there. So people can really see that things are, like I'm doing something right in my marketing. It's not just like a faceless email that's hitting their inbox. Yeah, they might have opted into that page from a YouTube video, and they might know me, but I just think, guys, Facebook is so powerful for connecting with people and engaging. So that's it, guys. Once again, my name is Drew. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you tomorrow in another video. Hopefully I won't be coughing my face off in tomorrow's video, and I'll have a little bit more energy for that. So I'll see you guys. Bye-bye.